Hey guys, it is Christine. Welcome to another video here on my channel. This video today is in collaboration with Jessica from The Way and Abby from Rooted in Rest, two very clever homeschool mamas who began this open collaboration last year in an effort to show that there is more than one way to homeschool. There are many different ways that work really, really well to homeschool. And so if you are a YouTubing homeschooling mama, then you can feel free to go ahead and join in on these collaborations. Every month they give us a topic to make a video on, and this month's topic is sharing our favorite books, our current favorite books. And so that is what I'm going to do today. My kiddos are 5, 4, and 2. My eldest will be turning 6 really soon. And we are about to start our second full year of homeschooling. We kind of did like half a year of preschool and then did 1 year last year, and now we're into first grade. And so I've done a lot of like resource buying in the last few months, and I've got some books that we've already started to use and some that we've been using, well, one that we've been using for a while, and so I want to share those with you. And I don't know about you, but I think that our biggest temptation as homeschool moms is to buy all the books all of the time. At least for me it is anyway. So sharing some books that I love. Keep watching. All right, so some of these books are books that you probably, if you're on Instagram, you would have seen them before because they've been made very popular by Instagram and like beautiful homeschool flat lays and all the rest of it. And I just want to share a disclaimer that you should not feel like you need to run out and buy all the books, because you actually just do not. You can make do on very little. And in our first year, I did not buy a ton of books. This year I bought a few more because, one, they're needed by the curriculums that we're using, and two, I just wanted some more. So the first set of books that I'm going to share is the Julia Rotman collection. All of these books can be a little bit pricey. So like I said, don't feel like you need to rush out and buy all of these. Your homeschool is fine without them. They are beautiful. So these books, we've got Nature Anatomy, Farm Anatomy, and Food Anatomy. This is what the cover of one of them looks like, and they just have beautiful illustrations all throughout the book. And I like it because they just start discussions. We're going to be using these a lot in our homeschool this year. We're using the A Year of Tales curriculum, and also Simply Charlotte Mason's science curriculum calls on them as well. So we're really going to be using them a lot. So perfect for nature study, perfect for art. Just so many ways to use these in your homeschool and just enrich it a little bit more. They're great. I like them because they're great for like little ones who just want to look at pictures, and also great for older ones who are like studying subjects as well. So I'm trying to get it back in the thing now. This set actually comes with a bunch of little posters as well that you can stick up on your wall if you want to. Right now I haven't. My son, I'll show you his favorite page in Farm Anatomy is this page. My dad is a diesel mechanic and lives out on, well, they've actually got 40 acres now, but my son is a tractor fanatic. Like, he likes trucks. He doesn't really care for cars so much. Like, he likes them, but like, put a tractor in front of him and he is a very happy boy. And so he loves Farm Anatomy, and he just loves looking at the pictures, the old tractors, he calls them. So this is a favorite for sure, and it looks very pretty on the shelf. I'm about to drop it everywhere. Okay, another one. This one is not necessarily a homeschool book. This is just one that I saw in a bookshop. At the end of last year, I went on our church's ladies retreat, and we went shopping one day, and it's in this like sweet little town called Taupo, or Taupo, if I'm saying it correctly. And they just have the most gorgeous boutique stores and everything. But anyway, we were in a bookstore and I saw this version of Heidi. It wasn't cheap. I think I paid $33 for it. But oh my gosh, the illustrations in this book are stunning. And it's like a long book. I'll just show you like a couple pages. It is beautiful. And I've got the book Heidi Grows Up. And so I started reading this to my kids. And we will read Heidi Grows Up afterwards, but they love it. They love the illustrations. They love the storyline. So if you're looking for a beautiful version of Heidi, I will see if I can find a link to it on Amazon, and I'll link it down in the description below. In fact, all of these books will be linked down below if you want to go and check them out. But yeah, Heidi, love it. Just so beautiful. Okay, here's one that is old, and these books actually are old. The Bible story books. I have the whole set. I have a volume of 10. Now, I just want to put a little disclaimer out there, because I did have someone email me about this and ask about, like, were there any doctrinal issues in these. We're only like halfway through them. So far, I haven't seen any doctrinal issues. It pretty much sticks to the Bible, and a lot of the actual story in here is like direct quotes from the King James Version, which is what I like about these. But I will tell you to use your discretion, please. Like, whenever I'm recommending stuff, especially like biblical stuff or like religious education, just please always use your discernment. Unless I'm like sharing the Bible and God's word, then you need to realize that a man has written part of it, and we are flawed as humans, and we don't all believe the same things. So just be aware of that. When you're reading things, to always read it with discretion and discernment, and not to just like take my word for it, because we might believe things differently as well. Someone pointed out to me that these are actually written by someone from the LDS religion. I'm not LDS. I would just say I'm like a Bible-believing, born-again Christian. But I have not picked up on anything, any like major doctrinal issues with this. So just saying that to get it out the way, because I have recommended these in the past, and I just wanted to make sure that you are aware that it is written by a man and it's not strictly God's word. But I do love these for my kids. We have read through a lot of them. They're nice for bedtime stories. We just read them like over breakfast, and it's got lovely illustrations, and I do just love that so much of it is just direct quotes from the Bible, and it just makes it come alive a little bit more for the younger ones. And there's a whole bunch of them. It literally goes through the entire Bible. So love these. All right, another new book that I got at the end of last year is Natural World, and this is to go along with A Year of Tales, I think, and I don't know if it goes with the Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum, but definitely A Year of Tales. At first when I got this book because it was recommended for the curriculum, but I was like, this is just my personal thing. I don't love the illustrations as much as like the Julia Rothman collection, but I love this book, and I'll tell you why. So I'll just show you inside a little bit. It is such a good discussion starter. I have like literally sat down with my son on several occasions, and he has asked for this book multiple times now. He's like, Mom, can we please read that book with the bookmarks? Because it's got all these gorgeous little ribbon bookmarks. Sorry, my phone is like, I need to turn it on silent. I'm getting all these notifications. We sit down and we turn to whatever page he looks through, and he'll go, I like this page. Let's read this page. And so we go through that page, and then he'll be like, can we look that up on YouTube? And so we will find a video about that on YouTube. Like, I think we were talking about birds in one part. Oh, it was eggs. It was on eggs. And that the hummingbird has the smallest egg. And so we looked up videos on the hummingbirds, and it was this guy hand raising a hummingbird. And so I love it because it is so good for just starting those conversations, and just my son's imagination will start going, and he'll just want to learn more. So it is a really, really good book for that. And like I said, he's 5, almost 6, so he's young, and this will be great for older kids too. So despite I don't really love the illustrations as much as other books. That's just personal preference. It is a wonderful book full of really, really good information, and just a great jumping off point for your kids. Okie dokie, last book that I'm going to share. This is a brand new book. It was a splurge. I was like, I don't need to buy this. You do not need this, Christine. But then I bought it. So it is I Am the Seed That Grew the Tree. And this is the exact book. It is also titled Sing a Song of Seasons, which is very popular in the homeschool world at the moment. This one was cheaper. In some places, like on Amazon, it was more expensive than the other one. I don't know why they've reprinted it with a different title and a different cover, but inside it's literally identical. So if you see this, and you can't get hold of the other one, buy this one because it's the same thing. Or if it's cheaper, buy it. You know, just buy whichever's cheaper and more available to you. It is a nature poem for every single day of the year. And that was my other reservation because our seasons are flipped. We're in the southern hemisphere. This is written from the northern hemisphere's perspective. And so I wondered like how much of an impact that would have. It's fine. I literally just flipped the months. And so we're going to be reading August's poems when we start school in February, and it works perfectly fine. Like there might be a couple of poems that like mention the name of the month, but I was worried that there was going to be like a majority, and it's not at all. So if you are in the southern hemisphere and you've been looking at this book, it is fine. It will work totally fine, and it is stunning. The illustrations in here, I'll see if I can like hold it up for you because it is heavy, but just pages full of beautiful illustrations. Some of the poems are longer, some of them are shorter, but I really, really love it. And we are going to have this as part of our morning basket this year. I'm excited to start using it. It was expensive. I want to say I paid like over 40 New Zealand dollars for it for sure. It was free shipping. I got it from Book Depository. But I will link all of these down below for you. Those are our current favorite books. Of course, I have like chapter books and stuff that I love as well, but I could go on forever. It was actually hard to like sit down and like really nut it out. I wanted to try and share books that were like particularly useful in homeschooling as well, and not necessarily like personal favorite stories, although there are lots, you know, like Beatrix Potter and A.A. Milne and Louisa May Alcott. Like I love, and we're not talking Little Woman. Little Woman's great. I love her other books a lot. My favorite book of all time is An Old-Fashioned Girl by Louisa May Alcott. I just love it. And I was even chatting to my mom. This is a tangent, so if you're like done watching now, that's fine. But I was chatting to my mom about this, and I just said they just don't write books like that anymore about kids. And I just love her books because they're so positive. And like even with the children, there's just a sense of camaraderie, and you don't see like the nasty bullying. And I'm sure, I mean, I know it's fiction, but it's just beautiful. And that's the kind of literature I want my children to be exposed to. For that to be their norm. So, speaking of kids, they're about to come and interrupt me, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching, and please, I will link the playlist for all the other videos to go along with this collaboration down in the description below. Go check them out and enjoy. I gotta go. Bye!
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread